Hello again, I'm Dudley Thompson, and welcome again to WDT Media TV. And again, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Well, election is now over, and they all know the results. But the big talking point is, how comes Annmarie Vaz lost her seat in Eastern Portland? That's the big talking point now. They're saying she's one of Jamaica's hardest working MP, but yet still, she didn't make it at the polls.
Will forever remember this time of my life. The rural school bus system and that drop-in center. Those two things are near and dear to me. But the most important thing of my 6 years in this country is the relationship that I have built with the young and the not so young, men, women, and children. My name is called Annmarie by the littlest of voices. When I move around in this parish, in this constituency, them granny, them mother, them friend, them sister.
And this one have many Jamaicans puzzled. Yes, puzzled. The shock defeat of Annmarie Vaz in Eastern Portland. Some argue that she was a JLP and she lost in a constituency that traditionally votes PNP. But let us now take you back to the history of the constituency of Eastern Portland and say it among the few Jamaican constituencies where it was represented by both PNP, JLP, and also candidates who ran as independents. Yes, back in 1944, the first MP in the era was H.E. Allen. He won as an independent candidate in 1944 and he retained the seat in 1949. 1955, it went to the JLP's Kenneth Jones. Then in 1959, it went to the PNP's Kenneth Wright. But in 1962, it went back to the JLP's Kenneth Jones. And in 1967, Kenneth Wright won again and retained the seat in 1972. And then the PNP's Keith Rudd won it in 1976. And Anthony Abrams won the seat in 1980. So between 1976 and it became a PNP stronghold. Yes, between 1976 and to now, it was a PNP stronghold until Annmarie Vaz won there in the by-election in 2019 and again in 2020. You have 1983, it was Headley Wright for the PNP. Then Donald Rudd won it between 1993 and 2007. And then Lyndon Broomfield won the seat in 2011 before Vaz came in and won the seat in 2019 and again in 2020 by election and election of 2020. So traditionally, since the Manley era, that seat has been safe in the PNP column except 83 when the PNP didn't contest elections under Michael Manley. So it was a swing seat between 1944 and 1967. But 72 to now, 72 to 2011, it was all PNP until Annmarie Vaz won that seat. So the argument is, how comes she lost the seat after doing all that work? Some people are saying that Portland people are ungrateful after all the work she did in the parish. I mean, infrastructure, build roads. She transformed pothole roads into carpet-like roads in the constituency, and she was still voted out in 2025. And they're saying that the person there are ungrateful. The first time I seen an election run in Jamaica where a candidate lose, and it became the talk of the election. The first time I see this in elections in Jamaica. Let's put it into perspective. She won in 2020 when the PNP was divided. And in that time, the PNP base did not turn out to vote in Eastern Portland because we had the rise and the real PNP. So at that time, the PNP base shy away from voting in 2020. So come 2025, the base turned out to reclaim what was actually theirs, East Portland, as a PNP stronghold. But they didn't vote on tradition. They didn't vote on the word she did. They vote on tradition. And the Michael Manley stories over the years, the Manley era, so it's a handout. They vote on a handout story because in their eyes, it's a PNP area. We saw in these elections is the PNP reclaiming seats that they lost in 2020, and that including Eastern Portland. It had voted PNP from 1967, yes, from the 60s to 2011. East Portland always been a PNP seat. And there, East Portland been voting PNP from 1962 until 2011. East Portland is definitely a PNP stronghold. Annmarie Vaz won the seat in 2020 when the PNP base did not turn out because of the division between the real PNP at the time and the Rise United. And then so the base shy away from voting in that year. And now the base turned out. And again, so the seat now go back in the PNP column as it used to be from 1962 until 2011.
That the people must say. And it now come out of your pocket, member taxpayer money I use. Everybody will live a Portland step to the front of the class. One of what over. Not coming for you guys, but not bashing you. But the people of Jamaica are people of all other parts of wonder one of what are out. Because we still should build up the road them. We see how established Portland has become. So we're kind of baffled. And I think it's natural for everyone to be baffled because we all thought you guys would have voted her back in. But instead, want to flip the script and vote her out. Is this a case where you guys were just to be spiteful, want to just use it as a sign to throw out Andrew? I've seen several other individuals post and then say, road alone, fixing road alone, our main roads at that don't make it the best MP. And that is true because we have so many other issues and factors that need to be dealt with, need to be addressed. Mr. People also have said, them can't find her, she's not accessible, I don't know how that go. People have said there are so many roads leading to the main road where them basically throw under the bus. Them don't really care about them roads. And don't get me wrong, those roads are just as important. So if it's like
lose our seat in East Portland. And you see, if I'm me and Annmarie Vaz, me go dig up back every blood out with them for the whole 4 years or the 5 years of you being in the constituency. And I thought Buchanan came into the constituency since Vibes Cartel got released from prison. And you can't tell me, say the man take 11 months and kick away your foot, Annmarie Vaz. Listen to me. Go back up at East Portland and take back everything we give them. Single benefits, every single back to school treat, everything she want back. Everything when she going up at East Portland. Oh no, ungrateful because no others member of parliament, no work as others, Annmarie Vaz.
talking about the roads. You see them lovely sign that call Hummingbird and White Wing. Not even signs they had up here. The plan for the signs was still in parish council and not activated until after I came in 2019. And they had a big tank that them want to crow about. But like everything else, there was a big tank and there was no connection to water. And since I come here, they have water now in Norwich Heights. So it's that little this government has done through my unrelenting efforts to get this done. What my Pumps Minister Vaz say? Performance over propaganda. Action do that.
Action here in Eastern Portland.
In 2018, to begin my house-to-house to get to know the constituency. I started my walk in Port Antonio division, which is where this division is. I came up to Norwich Heights and I saw the condition of the roads. And I look at the homes that were around and I said, how can homes like this be in road with roads that not even donkey can walk on? This, for me, is what